Hi, I'm Bill Landis. I'm a retired professor from the University of Chicago. I've taught there continuously since 1974 and met my wife, who was a first-year graduate student in the economics department, and we got married in the spring of 1968. I became emeritus about 15 years ago, but have continued to teach and taught in the fall semester of this year, so that would mark my 50th year teaching. Right now I'm in Scottsdale, so frankly what I'm doing is not very much. I fractured my wrist recently on the golf course, so that has cut into my major activity. I don't think I'll teach anymore, but I enjoy teaching, and I've been teaching for the last 10 years or so a course on what's referred to as art law. It's legal problems in the visual arts. What kept me at Chicago was the same reason I came to the University of Chicago. I came to the University of Chicago because all my, if you like, intellectual heroes were at the University of Chicago in the economics department and the business school. I mean, it took me about 8 seconds to say, yes, I will come to the University of Chicago. Even though I knew very little about the law school, I knew mostly the economists, but what I did know was that there was always a strong connection between the economics department and the law school. I clearly enjoyed the students very much at Chicago. They're both nice, polite, and they're very smart. I introduced a lot of students to the usefulness of economics in examining legal questions. And a number of students have been very successful. There are several of my former students at the law school. The dean, Tom Miles, was a graduate student in economics, and he came over and took my introductory course to law and economics. Another person I taught economics was Todd Henderson, who's now a professor, a distinguished professor at the law school. The third person is William Hubbard, who was a law student at Chicago, and after going to law school, he went out and clerked and practiced, and then decided to go back and get a PhD in economics at Chicago. Enjoyed having some influence on students. I also think I've had teaching them some basic, simple economics. It has been an asset to them in practicing law. I should add, I started a consulting firm with another professor at the law school, Richard Posner, who later became a Court of Appeals judge, and a third-year student, Andy Rosenfield. For at least 20 years, we would hire 5 or 6 law students to work for us during the summer. In addition to that, we always hired a graduate of the University of Chicago, the undergraduate, people who were planning to go to law school but didn't want to go to law school right now, and they would work full-time for us. And several of them were female law students who then got married and then have children and continue to email me with pictures of their children. And I'm glad I had a very nice relationship with a number of male students also, who have told me the best part of law school was the 2-hour seminar they had with Posner and myself every week during the summer. I think the students generally liked me. I say generally because my easygoing, relaxed manner did not appeal to all the students. Indeed, it was a kind of shock to me when I first started teaching at the law school, because I had been teaching in economics departments, and I would lecture and would ask questions, but always wait for volunteers. And I did that at the law school in the beginning, and several students came up to me and said, "You don't want to do that. because the only people that raise their hands are students who want to kiss up to you. And we're all prepared, and you should just call us. Started to realize it's really easy to teach at the law school. You don't have to say very much. You just ask the students good questions and respond to their questions and ask more questions. There was virtually no difference between your social life and your life as an academic. One just merged with the other. All your friends were people who were on the university faculty. All your social interactions afterwards, whether it was dinner parties or doing things with children, you were doing things with people from the University of Chicago. So what kept me at Chicago was the same reason I went. I couldn't think of a better place to be.